Welcome back to the YouTube channel of the Windsurf Coach. It's fantastic to have you back on the channel. I'm gonna talk to somebody who brought Northsails back into windsurfing where it belongs. Northsails is an iconic brand with a long history in windsurfing. It had disappeared slowly from the market, but since a few years it's back. Let's talk to the guy who brought Northsails Windsurfing back on the market. By the way, it's a Dutchman. Let's have a little chat with him.
I'm Peter Bijl. I'm working for North. We started this project a long time ago, and they invited me to do a collaboration and get this technology on the water. So yeah, I'm from Holland. Did lots of work for New Pride for a little while, did some work for Gun Sails, and now I'm at Northsail.
What is the difference between a traditional windsurfing sail and the new Northsails?
Yeah, so these sails not being film-based. On a film-based sail, the sail feels relatively stiff. Like you take a piece of film and you flip it around, it will make a kind of like a stiff noise. Where this feels much more like cloth because it's based on fibers. And because it feels like cloth, it's like a t-shirt. If you put it in the wind, it forms very easily, and that forming gives you a super gentle delivery of the power. The big difference to a t-shirt and the sail is that in the sail we are using aramid, Dyneema, carbon fiber, depending on what model you have, which as soon as the tension is in it, so as soon as the t-shirt is formed, let's say, or the tissue is formed, it becomes extremely stiff and extremely responsive because we're using really high-end materials to build these sails, which is a huge difference to what anybody else is doing, because everyone is using a film which has a consistent stretch, 360 degrees, and we are actually manipulating where we bring the tension in the sail by fibers to really make the sail feel super dynamic.
Which sail from the range from North would you recommend for somebody who likes to blast along on his local lake with his mates?
It really depends a little bit on, do you want to get the ultimate speed or do you want to have a really nice base speed and really nice ease of use? So if you're a weekend warrior, not going to the races, and you still want to get some really good speeds but also have the user friendliness, I would highly recommend the free speed. I mean, you see the sail right here behind me, the shape in it almost looks like it actually has cambers, and the stability of this sail is unbelievable. I have quite a few guys this week actually approached me because just before the Defi, we're here at the Defi, just before the Defi we had really nice Tramontana. Those guys were out there doing constantly 30 plus knots on a no cam sail. Regular amateurs. I'm not talking about me or some pros or whatever. Regular amateurs constantly surpassing the 30, 31, 32 knots, which is unbelievable for a sail without cams. And the nice thing is, the sail is extremely light. So during your transitions, it's super easy. The rotation is super easy and it's super easy to use. So I think for the general public, so for the biggest public, this should be their go-to sail. And the people I'm talking about, I know that they've used plenty of cam sails before and they do not miss the cams. If you are, however, really looking for that ultimate performance, then the race sail with the air cam, it's really well suited as well. The cool thing with the air cam is that the rotation is super easy, super gentle. So also in your transitions, it is quite easy. However, it is a bit more of a technical product. It requires the right tuning, it requires the right trim, it requires a really good fin, a good board. So you kind of need to have the complete package to get the most out of that product, where on the free speed, it generates a bit more fin pressure, so even if the fin's not perfect, it will still lift the board out, even if the board is a little bit lesser construction. So if you have a wood construction or maybe a free race board, you'll still get really good performance because the sail simply delivers a bit more drive. So it really depends what you're looking for.
Do I need a special North mast with my sail for it to work?
You can easily use, if you have, let's say in windsurfing at the moment, we have a pretty generic bend curve in the mast. So if you have a New Pride, a Duotone, a Severn, those masts have a very similar bending characteristic than our sails, and you can use them. In this sail, you can use an SDM, you can use an MDM, you can use an RDM. It works, as long as the bend curve is right. I do recommend our masts for two reasons. First of all, the sails are designed on our mast and you'll get the best performance on them. The second reason is we have a really slick filament wound mast, which is completely different than anyone else in the industry. And the way the mast bends, it's always from the top down. With the variable pitch filament winding, we're able to change the angles of the fibers around the ferrule, around the joint. So we don't have a stiff section in the middle of the mast, which is creating braking below and above. So our masts really are another step forward. It's also next level, but you can use these sails also with a Pride mast or Severna duotone or any, let's say, progressive bend or a slightly flexed top constant curve mast.
If you liked this video, please help me out by leaving a like and subscribe to the channel of the Windsurf Coach. This way I can make more and better content for you guys later on. Okay, Peter, thank you very much for explaining, and of course thank you very much for bringing North back.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, or I will see you on the water.